Well, peeps, I've been experimenting. As anybody who's been watching my channel for a while will recognise this. It's a sort of well, well, I think it's safe to say through constant experimenting and improvements, I've screwed this up. Same as this is going to be the story of this video. As you can see, it's gone all droopy and floppy. I have some fiberglass resin in the shed, and sensing that it's been a while since I used it, figured it might have been past its best. I sort of mixed some up and covered this side of this with it, and well, it didn't go well. It made it all shiny, but it didn't make it any stiffer. Lessons have been learned. When I make another one of these, cardboard, not the best medium for this. Mind you, I plan on doing what I did with this side on the other side. What is a fiberglass over just the resin over the card, and it didn't soak in. What I need to do is do it with matting, and yeah, I mean it was reasonably stiff, but I took some card off, ready for the next layer, and I've made it more floppy. So that it's been a week for faux pas and screw ups, to be honest. Yeah, so you've seen this before. I've trimmed it, which seems to have made it. Oh, it was rigid to the point where it held itself up before, but now it's all flopping and yeah. Anyway, so I've been messing with mediums for this, and well, yeah, I've run out of fiberglass now, and I ain't got money for any more for a while. So I was experimenting with. I want to replicate this in fiberglass. Now that's the floor pan that's underneath this. I'll tip it over in a moment and show you. So I'll be making the body. Now I've been messing with mediums. I've been using paper, t-shirts, kitchen roll, a pair of pyjamas I was given that were not very good. Yeah. I once saw somebody do fiberglassing with fabric for making base boxes in cars. I thought, I'll give it a go. This stuff, yeah, it mixed results, both positives and negatives all round. I was trying to make a body. I wasn't trying to make a mould. I was trying to make a body, but I ran out. There wasn't enough fiberglass. It was going. Now it sort of worked. You can sort of see. There's like a body lines there, and yeah. So the other side, I got more fiberglass resin in that one. As you can see, it's sort of truck shaped. If I put it up to the truck, yeah. I put the mirrors back on, so I can't put it on like I was going to show you. But yeah, now sensing that the outside is not going to work as I hoped, I thought, well, I covered this with tin foil or aluminium or aluminum foil, depending on where in the world you are, because fiberglass doesn't like to stick to aluminium. It does stick to it, but not very well. You can prise it off, so although that proved to be an incorrect assumption also. Anyway, so I thought papier-mâché, we've all done it when we were a kid, and I thought, can I get a stiff enough mould made out of papier-mâché to either then fiberglass on top of, or use as a disposable mould, because PVA glue is waterproof. So I thought, if I can make a fiberglass one and then dunk it in water, the paper can be got off. So I thought to myself, this is the inside of this when it was up against the body. As you can see, there is the shape of a body there. See, some of the aluminium did stick. Now you can see there's like a window shape there, so I thought, right, okay. So I whacked a bit of paint on it to give you some idea. But this is what I want to make in fiberglass. Now this is just paper and glue. It's not structurally sound, although you can see it's holding itself up. Now I thought, the realisation is I'm going to have to cut this body up so that I can make sections, which I then bond together later. It's too complicated a shape, and it's not flexible enough to make a mould of this, make a fiberglass copy of this in one piece. Now, I've said all along, it always was a design study. It never was meant to be a working body. This thing, just bear with me a minute while I get rid of these. Right, now, see, this is, it's fairly solid. I mean, I thought it's thin, it could be hard, it could replace the matting that you use for fiberglass, but you need to layer it up. That's like that's where the strength comes from. I mean, this would be no good as a body shell. I mean, it wouldn't fall to pieces unless you broke the fibres of the material when it snapped. But basically, that's no good. Right, so this is, and I took this apart so that I could. It's very heavy and very unwieldy. So I took it apart to make that little mould. Well, I've no more fiberglass now, so I put it back together and I've messed it up. I've like there's no suspension at the front. I've got some suspension at the back, but it's catching. So this is damned heavy. It's not been on my channel for a while, so some people may not have seen this. Right, now, I made these, I've jerry-rigged the drive shafts out of other links and stuff. So the entire floor pan is homemade. This is all metal. It's all tin and aluminium sheet, depending on where you're from. So I'm not exactly sure what all the metals are in this. It's sort of bonded with JB weld back here and screwed together up front, because I made this to go under the yellow one of these, which is a pickup. And then when I made this Excursion, I added the truck bed to it, the loader area. Now at the minute it's running an FTX Canyon 2-speed gearbox up front, running to a transfer case, which is a homage to an RC 4-wheel drive one, and these are Joss Rider drive shafts for a Tiger King hauler. Now it sort of works. Well, it does, unless you bits coming off it. Yeah. Now the gearbox is at the front with a second servo for the 2-speed. It's not very fast. I mean, it's not meant to be fast. It's meant to be a crawler, but I wanted to sit it lower. I wanted it to sit like that to give a road height, more like a, because actual Excursions, they sit more like that in real life, and they're not usually jacked up like this. So I lowered it a little bit, and well, I'm gonna have to sit it back up again or strip it and start again. Now I just bought just remembered 2 trucks to show you. Right, I just remembered I've done the wheels on this now, and I left the centerpiece silver so that it looked like it had well, more like drum brakes and disc brakes. I don't know what brakes these old Broncos have, but yeah, the paint has not, if I scraped my finger on that I would bring the paint off. So I primed it with some, what I thought was acid etch primer, and it hasn't took. But the gearbox came, one of those LCG gearboxes. Can you see it there? No, yeah, you can see it there. Oh, there. Now, the sad part is, I think I'm gonna have to nick that gearbox to fit in there and eliminate this drive shaft and this gearbox, and then the front suspension will work. I can sit it as low as I want and it will work. I've got the fusion motor, so it will work brilliantly. I think I've had one of those LTG gearboxes in here. So I had dropped it like this in the first place. I used the lift kit to drop the skid plate. So all the work I spent getting that to work. But I mean, it will make it a little lighter. I'm hoping that gearbox will fit in this. I wanted this to be all new. This is meant to be all... Mind you, I suppose that is a new gearbox, it's just plastic. Yeah, so... Yeah, because I haven't even got any drive shafts on this yet, so I figured, well, before I do that, I might as well swap them over. So yeah, I don't know what I showed you last time around. I got the rest of the stripes done, and I've got some light buckets which are Tamiya Tundra High Lift rear lights that I got off Dorian. I had them all as time, mate, and I still used them, brother. Yeah, I think this, other than that, I don't think it's anything to me. So right, so that's 10 minutes. I haven't done anything else. So thanks for watching, guys. When I get some more fiberglass on the weather, minutes up with that. Yeah, cause, oh yeah, I should show you. I got this thing here. Yeah, I just sort of I'll be taking all this back off now because I won't be doing the bodywork in this for a while. Yeah, the plan was make one side, make another side, make front, roof and hood pieces, and then bond all them like 5 sections together, and hopefully it would make a shell which is at least or as tough or tougher than this. What is this? What's going on here? Oh, paint coming off. Did I find the glass this side or the other side? The other side. Why is that coming off? Anyway, thanks for watching, peeps. More soon.